Washington says Iran's nuclear program has been severely damaged, with key sites at Fordow, Natanz and Isfahan hit hard. The CIA confirmed several major facilities were destroyed, and experts believe rebuilding them could take years. But there's a catch. Before the bombs were dropped, Iran may have quietly moved up to 400 kilograms of enriched uranium, and now the US intelligence can't track where it went. That's fueling fears that Iran could be hiding stockpiles and keeping its nuclear ambitions alive, just under the radar. Tehran denies any plan to build weapons, insisting the uranium was relocated as a protective measure. The IAEA is demanding full access to verify those claims, with Chief Rafael Grossi stressing the need for long-term solutions and not quick military fixes. Meanwhile, both Israel and the US are touting the operation as a success. President Trump says it stopped a larger war and even hinted at renewed diplomacy, with nuclear talks possibly resuming next week. Israel believes the strike set back Iran's weapons timeline by years, but Iran says it will continue its nuclear activity undeterred, signaling the fight may not be over yet. Back home, both Iranians and Israelis are returning to daily life, though many are left wondering, is peace finally in reach or just a pause before the next escalation? And as Iranian President Pezeshkian talks about reform, the regime's harsh crackdowns tell a different story, with arrests and executions still on the rise. We're now joined by Ali M. Bushback, a Middle East affairs expert and researcher located in Cairo, to discuss this in more detail. Ali, we've had mixed messaging about these US strikes on Iran that happened just a few days back now. What are your thoughts on the possibility that Iran could be continuing making its way towards a nuclear weapon, but this time, however, without being monitored by the agencies that it was previously?
Thank you, Thomas, for having me again. In fact, after the American airstrike on 2020 June on the Iranian facilities for nuclear weapon, that's complicated the situation more and more, and the trust between America and Iran, especially Iran was before 13th of June was negotiating with the Donald Trump administration, and we have witnessed a lot of progress on this negotiation, and we witness they are supposed to be reached to the deal. And there is a several from both of sides, American and Iranian, they describe the negotiation as a positive, in front of a positive atmosphere. But after Israel launched its airstrike on 13th of June, make it the situation more complex, and there is a trusting issue between America and Israel, America and Iran. Especially Israel wouldn't do it this step and wouldn't wage the war against Iran or wage a conflict against Iran without the permission from Donald Trump himself. So also yesterday we have witnessed the Iranian parliament withdraw from the agreement, and they stopped the contribution with international atomic energy agency, and they were a part of it, and nowadays they halt the contribution with them, which make it more complicated. Furthermore, Iran, before the Israel's war and during the negotiation, they emphasized that their nuclear program it's for peace and for peaceful use. For generating a power. It's not to creating a bomb, a nuclear bomb, or weaponizing it. What we have witnessed now, Iran maybe will insist to develop its nuclear program as a deterrence against, in case Israel
Yes.
or any country will attack them. And also yesterday, Donald Trump, one of the journalists asked him Do you think the war it will resume between Iran and Israel? He said maybe, could be. So also, as an example, in Gaza on 19th of January, there is a ceasefire, and also on 18th of March, Israel resumed the war without any warning. So it may be also this is the practice of Israel. Israel behaving as it's emanating from the international community, emanating from the international court, as acting like it's above the international
Okay.
law or international moral. So there is no one could hold Israel and stop Israel from any action. Yeah,
Ali,
Thomas.
apology, we've got a brief amount of time left. President Trump has hinted at renewed nuclear talks between the US and Iran. Given the current climate, is diplomacy even viable at this stage?
Despite Donald Trump, he released this statement, but there is no confirmation from Iranian side, and they are wounded about this statement. Also, yesterday, Donald Trump, he released a statement that there is an Israeli agent. They visit the facilities and functions of Iranian nuclear weapons, and they empathize and confirm it's completely destroyed. And one of the Israelis one of the Israeli officer from the office of Benjamin Netanyahu, he denied it. And maybe Donald Trump, he released some statement just only for amplifying his rule on the region. And also we have witnessed several of statements from Donald Trump. It's like this statement to amplify its rule on the
Okay,
war.
Ali, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry we've ran out of time. Thank you very, very much for your insight and joining us on the program. However.